Hello fellow Scratchers, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can make a rocket blaster in Scratch. So before we start, I'm just going to show you a preview of what somewhat we're actually just going to be making. Alright.
Three, two, one, go!
As you see, or as you heard,
Three,
there are
two,
very
one,
cool sound effects
go!
on this game. There are also cool vector images in this game too.
Three,
And
two,
if you could see, there
one,
is a score counter
go!
that counts your score when you shoot the meteors. Laser beams are working perfectly fine. A cool background. Speed adjustments. So as you see, the meteors are going different speeds. Alright. So we're just going to be making this, except there's just going to be somewhat a little bit of changes that we're just not going to finish in this tutorial. But if you want those, then you could check out freepic.com. There are amazing backgrounds, vector images that are on that website. So you can check that out, link in the description. You could also check out this game, link in the description also. Alright, let's get started. Let's start off by creating the project. Alright, so let's start off by deleting Scratchcat. Let's create 5 new sprites called a rocket. Rocket. Second one, we're going to call Laserbeam. The third one, we're going to call Meteor. Meteor. The fourth one, we're going to call Ready. And the last and final one, we're going to call Splash. Splash Game Over. Alright, so I think the easiest one over all these is the game over, so let's just create that. Make a full-on rectangle covering the whole border of this, so that way we could at least see what we're making. Alright, I'm just not going to put a outline for this. Let me just position this. Alright. Then I'm just going to make a black text saying game over. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright. Just make it really big. Alright, this is perfect. Alright, let's just code it up real quick before we could actually start. So when flag clicked, let's hide. And then when I receive a new message called stop game loop, then we're going to show and go to front layer. Now obviously when we start the game, it won't be activated since there's nothing stopping the game. Alright, let's start off by making the rocket. So let's first start off by making sure that our rocket is going to be in here, so that way we actually just don't see blank. So I recommend finding your own vector rocket ship. So I'll be right back real quick finding that. Alright, as you see, this is the same rocket ship that I used in my other game that I just showed you recently. Alright, so let's just get started by coding it up. So let's just start off by grabbing a when flag clicked. Let's go to -160 and 0. Make sure we position these right. Let's also set size to 75%. Well, at least for me, because since my rocket ship is pretty small. Alright, that's pretty good. Let me just resize this a little bit. Alright, that's good enough. Make sure we make this a little better. Alright, let's also make sure we make a new variable, and let's call it score for all sprites. Alright, let's make sure we set score to 0. It's going to be make sure that when we press the green flag, we're just going to be resetting the game. Alright, let's grab a when I receive a new broadcast called go. Let's broadcast another message called start hyphen game loop. And let's repeat until touching rock or meteor. Then let's set Y to mouse Y. Alright. So after that, let's make sure that we put when I receive stop game loop. We're just going to stop all. Alright. And grab a when I receive start game loop. We're just going to grab a forever loop and type an if key space pressed. Let's create clone of Laserbeam. And let's wait 0.2 seconds. And let's make sure if we're touching Meteor, let's just broadcast stop game loop. And also grab another if, and this if is going to be an if score equals -20. Let's broadcast stop game loop since we're losing negative points. Alright, that's all the coding for the rocket. Let's go to the laser beam and let's code that up. Alright, this is basically simple. Grab a when flag clicked. Alright, grab a hide block and go to back layer. You'll see why in a sec. When I start as a clone, to make sure we show, says we're only going to be showing the clones, not the original sprite. Let's go to rocket. Let's point in direction of rocket. So direction of rocket. Let's repeat until x position equals 240, edge of the border. Let's change x by 10. Oh yeah, also forgot that we're supposed to change x by 20 before the repeats until. If touching meteor, we'll wait 0 seconds and delete clone. Now this block right here indicates to work the program, so that way when we shoot the laser beams at the meteors, it would the laser beam will not just keep going all the way to the edge. It will just delete once it touches the meteor. So yeah, let's also delete clone after. Alright, pretty decent. Now let's go to the meteor. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Let's also make sure we make our our laser beams, right? So yeah, I'll just be right back and try to find another vector image of a laser beam. Alright, you can see that I'm using the same exact laser beam from the game that I showed you recently. Alright, let's go to the meteor and let's actually find another vector image for this one. Yeah, sorry, there's going to be a lot of cuts in this video, I guess. Alright, I'll just find that real quick. Alright, we got the meteor sprite. Let's also make sure you just resize it to the perfect size that you want for your game. Alright, let's code it up. When flag clicked, let's hide. Make a new sprite. Not a sprite, sorry about that. Let's make a new variable called speed for the sprite only. Let's set speed to -3. Grab a when I receive go. Let's forever wait 0.75 seconds. And let's create clone of myself. Now you can lower this down to create more meteors, but I'm just going to keep it to 0.75. Alright, grab a when I start as a clone. Let's show since we're obviously going to have to show the clones. Let's set speed to pick random, which is going to be -6 through -12. Let's go to X and Y. Now this would be 240 for X, and for Y we're going to be picking random towards -180 through 180. Alright, let's make sure we repeat until touching rocket or touching Laserbeam. Let's just make sure that we change X by speed. Let's change score by whatever amount you want. I'll just put 20, and let's just delete this clone. Alright, now for the last sprites of all, we're going to have to make sure we get this ready. Let me just hide these variables except score, put this in the middle. Alright, now let's just make sure we get ready working. So let's make 4 more costumes. So let's call this 3 and just make 3. Make sure it's really big, not too big though, but a big size. That way, this it just at least people can see the screen. So like something like this is good. So that way, when it counts 3, 2, 1, go, it will show that. All right, make sure you center it. Put this to 2, 2, and then 1. So 1, and then after that, we'll duplicate it one more time, and name it go. Alright, we got that taken care of. So now let's just name that go, and then let's actually code it up now. Alright, grab a when flag clicked. Let's show. Let's switch costume to 3. Let's repeat 4 times. Let's wait 1 second, and let's just scroll through next costume 4 times. Grab another when flag clicked. Grab a forever loop. If costume number equals 4, then let's make sure we wait 1 second, and then let's hide. Let's also broadcast go. Alright, we might be done here, so let's see what we have done. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go. That's really looking cool. And as you see, the meteors are coming by really fast and really slow, and the score goes up. And then as you see, if we let them go, then the score goes down, and if we touch it, we die. That's really cool. So also, you could also try to make it look like mine and put some cool sound effects like what I did right here, for example.
3, 2, 1, go!
So yeah, I showed you today how you can make a rocket blaster in Scratch. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and consider subscribing so that way I can make amazing episodes on our channel, Scratch Learning. Alright, I'll see you in another one. Peace.